Hi lovelies, welcome in my kitchen. Today we are preparing a special treat for all the World of Warcraft fans, or in general for everyone that loves dark chocolatey goodness. These little squares of happiness won't only give the mages of Dalaran the strength and motivation to fight the Lich King, they will also go excellent with a cold glass of milk to make your soul smile on a rainy day. We are baking these extremely delicious and super fudgy Dalaran Brownies. So, what do we need? By the way, you'll find the exact measurements in cups and kilograms in the description, so let's gather. 1.5 cups granulated sugar and 4 eggs. Free range is always preferred if you can find them. Half a cup unsweetened cocoa powder, half a teaspoon baking powder, 1 cup butter best melted, half a teaspoon salt or a bit more if you want to add a sea salt chocolate twist, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon cinnamon, 1 cup all-purpose flour, some nuts and chocolate if you like, 2 cups confectioner sugar, 4 tablespoons of milk, 6 tablespoons of butter, and 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now that we have gathered all our ingredients, let's start with cracking those eggs. We want to beat them long and with a lot of movement to get lots of air in. This will help our brownies rise better. Next we are adding sugar and more sugar. This recipe calls for a lot of unsweetened cocoa powder. We need the sugar to balance out the bitter taste. Now again, the more we beat air in it with an upward circular motion, the better for the final product and that extra fudginess. For an extra nuance of flavor, we add in our vanilla. I chose drops, but you can also go for vanilla powder or for real vanilla. And then it is time to carefully sift in the flour, bit by bit, while we mix it in the liquids until we have a batter that feels light and creamy. If you sift instead of adding it all at once, the batter will stay very airy, which is exactly what we want. Now we add the baking powder to make the brownies rise and a pinch of salt to bring out all the flavors, or more if you want to go for that sea salt chocolate taste that I wanted for my batch here. As I absolutely love cinnamon, we are going to add a pinch to the batter too, and it is best to use silent cinnamon as opposed to the regular custard cinnamon if we tend to use it on a regular basis, since it is significantly lower in coumarin, which is bad for your liver in high doses. Now, this is not an official World of Warcraft cookbook, but if you like, you can add some dark chocolate or nuts to add some extra crunch. That step is just a little extra, and of course also some extra calories, but brownies also taste delicious without. Now we are creating that chocolatey sensation that we are so looking forward to taste later on by melting a heart attack inducing amount of butter in a little pan and then adding the cocoa powder. Combining the two by stirring until we have a smooth, creamy consistency. Look at this beautiful chocolate cream. You might be tempted to try a lick, but remember that this doesn't contain sugar yet, so it is still quite bitter. We're gonna let it cool off a tad and then add it to our batter. Isn't that a gorgeous view? To bake the brownies, we prepare a tin with some baking sheets. I do love my reusable ones since they help me be low waste and they are just super versatile when baking and cooking. They come in different shapes, which fit basically every baking tin. I will have them linked in the description if you are interested in having a look. Now that the batter is made, let's fill in the batter. Every time I bake I end up eating a third of the raw batter because it is just so good. But we still seem to have enough to fill the tin. Yay! With a spoon or a baking spatula we smooth it out and then we'll put it in the oven for about 25 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. While our brownies are baking, we have time to quickly whip up the chocolatey topping. Back to the stove we go, where we melt the butter and add the cocoa powder. We want to stir that in, mix it really well, and then we add the milk, while stirring vigorously. Don't worry if it starts to look a bit weird now, like almost as something was wrong. It might split an oily and dry part, but the confectioner's sugar will bring it all together in the end, so don't worry. Let's stir it in bit by bit until we have a smooth consistency. And in the meantime, our brownies have been baked and have already been cut up by our friendly house elf in perfect little squares. Let's add our own magic and top them off with some chocolate topping with a dust of cinnamon. By the way, raw cocoa is said to decrease inflammation, improve heart and brain health, boost your metabolism, and increases serotonin and dopamine production. No wonder these treats will make you happy. And there we have them, fresh Dalaran brownies. By the way, they taste even better when they sit for a day in the fridge, if they survive it. Next time we will bake a hearty snack from the Elder Scrolls cookbook. Perfect for all my Skyrim fans. Golden cheese scones. I wish you a wonderful time and see you soon.